Good day, everyone. My name is Maciej Kwiatkowski, and you are watching Poland Daily Culture. Today's episode is especially dedicated to all fans of video games and especially the fans of Witcher, because with me in the studio is Maciej Kwiatkowski, stuntman and a motion capture performer. Maciej, thank you very much for being with us.
Hello, Maria. Thank you for having me.
And I could actually introduce you also as the Witcher, because everyone who played 3 parts of the video game knows your motions and your movements by heart, because you are at least moving the Witcher. And please tell me from the very beginning how this journey with happened with the video game.
So it all started in 2006. Back then I was already a stuntman. I was 21, I guess. Yeah. So I was already a stuntman, but you know, a young guy who is getting into the industry, but also a huge Witcher fan. I mean, the books, the original books of Maciej Sapkowski, which I read, and kind of they made me who I am, and they inspired me to train martial arts and go into stunts and sword fighting as well. So then I've heard about the casting for and the audition for The Witcher, for the game. And then I thought, like, a Polish video game? Come on, it's not gonna be anything exceptional, or just I don't have any high hopes for this one. But still, as a huge fan of The Witcher and of sword fighting and stuff, so I thought let's do it.
Let's try.
Let's see what
Especially
happens.
the first movie. I mean, even though I have a huge soft spot for the actor who played The Witcher.
Right. Yeah, he was a good part of the movie.
Yes, it was the best part of the movie,
yeah,
but still the movie was pretty...
Yeah,
not the best.
Who knows?
Everyone who's seen it knows what we're talking about.
That's it.
Yeah, but the video happened to be exceptional and amazing, and of course it started and attracted all the attention to the story and the book. And I think that if not for the game, there would be no Netflix series.
Yes, I mean, I'm cautious about this kind of statements, but that's kind of true.
Probably.
Because the games they set whole fan base in the world, even for the books. I mean, before the game,
yeah, it was.
Let's be honest.
The Polish thing.
Yeah. The books, they weren't even translated to English, I guess.
I think they were translated, but they were not that popular.
Not at all.
And video games attracted all the attention, and also showed to the world how, because it's an amazing story. It's very Slavic as well.
It is.
The magic there is Slavic.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went to the audition, and you thought, but as I understand, lots of stuntmen went there to become the Witcher, because I mean, come on, after all, it's an important figure.
Not really. Just you have to keep in mind that it was 2006, so there was no social media working like they do right now. So we kind of had this information from like mouth to mouth, you know. So we didn't read about the audition. We didn't hear about it from the media or from the internet. Just friend of a friend of a friend told us that it is happening. So, you know, times were different. So, as far as I know, there were a couple Polish stunt groups, also some Czech stunt group, Ukrainian stunt group, and I don't know if there was anyone more. So,
but still, the competition was strong.
It was.
And you were a young guy, 21, yes?
Yeah. So but that was the thing, you know, because all the stunt guys, the old professionals who went there, who could be considered as our strongest competition, because they were experienced, they were skilled, and they just knew the ground, and you know.
Yes,
they were
in the
professionals.
field.
The degree is arbitrary, the definition's blurred. If I'm to choose between one evil and another, I'd rather not choose at all. Just make it quick, Geralt.
But the way they did it, their approach for sword fighting was super old school, let's say.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they were fencing, but you know, in a classic way, very traditionally. It was classic stage fighting, but
Yes.
that was not the thing the CD Projekt guys were looking for. So they were looking for the Witcher style, which was meant to be exceptional and fresh. So they were looking for something new, kind of.
And very colorful as well, because
Yeah, flourish and yeah.
as Sapkowski describes it, he's always kind of dancing with the
Yeah,
sword.
That's the
But is it true? I mean, if you take basically every motion after motion from the book, could you win a fight?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Yeah,
So Sapkowski is not really a master of fight.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's the master of pen, but not really master of the sword. So you read those descriptions and they're just colorful, and they just poke your imagination to create all these amazing
Yeah, you add
fight
things
scenes.
into
Yeah.
it.
But if you analyze it step by step, it doesn't make much sense, or it's not as nice as you imagine.
So it's not a handbook to become a Witcher. It's the case of, I mean, not a handbook to be a fighter. Okay, in this case.
Yeah, maybe. But looking at other aspects like mental aspects, and you know, that
Yes, of course, the
it
mental
might be
aspects.
inspiring for sure.
Definitely, I guess it was inspiring for you.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
it was.
And so your journey with CD Projekt, how long does it take already?
So as I said, we started in 2006 with the audition. Then we started the preparations, and first motion capture session took place in beginning of 2007. So it was January 2007 in France.
In France?
Yes.
I didn't know they were shooting in France.
Yeah. Well, only first shoot took place in France because there were no motion capture studios in Poland back then.
There were no motion capture studio in
No.
Poland back then. That's
No,
funny. That's impossible.
That's a really interesting part.
So it developed very quickly.
It did.
And because of The Witcher, is
because
it?
of The Witcher, mostly, yeah.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
And so they kept you for the second part and for the third part.
Sure, and for the newest project as well.
So you must be good.
That's what they say.
So what is your secret? What is your magic? Why are you kept there as The Witcher?
It's it's the passion. I just love this job so much. It is pretty much my whole life, and all I do is straight from my heart, and I put all the emotions, all the effort, all my skill I can possibly get into this work, just to see then the effects and see my moves, which I can be happy with. It's you're just looking for something, and you want to make it happen, and then when it happens, you're satisfied. So I'm kind of looking for this satisfaction all the time.
And tell me please, in fact, why do they need a real person and real fighters to perform those fights, and they cannot do it in a computer way, just artificially?
Yeah, this is called keyframe, by the way,
Yes.
when you just make the animation by hand.
Yes.
So the first thing is time, because if an animator must do an animation by his hand, like it's called keyframe, as I said, it takes much more time as it would be using motion capture. When he has already a base, he can work on it, he can add some polishing or maybe change the move by himself, but he already has a base, which is a huge time saver, That's the first thing.
Okay, you will tell us the second thing in the next episode, but
Sure.
it's very interesting,
Sure.
and I do hope that the audience of Poland Daily, especially the men part, are interested in this, how The Witcher was made. So thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.